Welcome to a different kind of archery podcast where we're all about the real stories, practical tips and the shared passion for this timeless sport. Join us for insightful conversations with archers, experts and enthusiasts from all walks of life. From hitting the golds to the pursuit of personal growth through archery, we've got it all. So get ready to knock your arrow and take aim at a world of archery knowledge. This is Unstrung Archery. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Unstrung Archery with me, Neil Hickman.
And me, Niall O'Neill, coming in from Morecambe.
Today we have a bit of a special episode. We are actually, I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty crazy. We've got three special ladies joining us today. Evie Finnegan, Patience Wood and Sarah Hubbard from the recent European Indoor Championships in Croatia, which is what we're going to be talking about today.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, girls. So just to start off, obviously, I just want you to talk about how you felt going into this competition. Obviously, you went over as part of Team GB. Surely having that that knowledge of going over as Team GB should give you some sort of confidence boost. But let's start with Evie. Tell us about how you were feeling when you went into this competition.
Well, obviously it was my first international, so there was that first off. But I knew, because I knew so many people going, that I felt a lot more comfortable because obviously I've known Patience for a while and I've known Sarah for a while as well. So that gave me more confidence, new people as well. But yeah.
Brilliant. Patience, how about yourself?
Well, it was my 7th international, but my first time ever representing for seniors. So I think I was quite nervous going into it, but just having that new experience on a more competitive field, it was just a great learning experience. So I was really looking forward to just meeting loads of amazing archers and being with my mates.
Fab. And Sarah?
Yeah, well, I feel like how those two have said that, it was their first and their 7th. So it was my first as well. And I think, going in, it was really good. I was really super excited to actually have that experience of an international, because it's just so different from your sort of everyday shooting in the UK or at home, wherever you want to sort of shoot, really.
And quickly staying with you for a minute there, Sarah, obviously you have your world record. Did that actually change your mindset going into the competition? Or did you just put that to the back of your mind and just shoot?
I don't think it changed my mindset at all. I mean, I think I'm obviously I want to do well at competitions, and I think going into the competition thinking, oh, I've got the world record, and actually to meet the people who, meet the person that I took the world record from was going to be really good. But it didn't give me any false sort of hopes, as it were, as to how I was going to do or how I was going to perform. I was really it's just going to be a see how it goes kind of thing. It's quite a challenge. It's not as easy as people think.
Yeah, I can imagine. I struggle at grassroots level, so going into international level must be hell for... it's something I'm probably never going to experience, so you girls are very lucky to obviously get up to that level, so congratulations for getting there in the first place, let alone the actual results that you came home with on the day. Okay, so let's talk medals. So Patience and Evie both came home with the gold for their team events. So Evie, you were competing in the under-21s women's for barebow. For those listeners out there that don't know Evie, up here we know Evie very well. She's literally littered across the Lancashire records. I don't think there's a record that you don't actually hold currently, Evie. But anyway, How did it feel when you got to go up on that podium as part of your team to take that gold?
It was an experience, really. It was absolutely incredible. Because the people that I was in a team with, I've shot with for years. I've never shot in a team with them, but I've shot against them. So I thought it was a really different experience to shoot with them in a team, which I really, really enjoyed. And to step up at that podium with them, with our medal and everything, it's the memory I'll always remember.
Fantastic. And Patience, being able to shoot alongside Ella must have been nerve-wracking at first.
Yeah, definitely.
But to take the gold as well.
Yeah, it was definitely... I was very nervous going into, my first time even practicing with the seniors for the team. I was shaking so much. It was so, nerve-wracking to, these girls that I've looked up to for so long, to be able to shoot with them. It was incredible, and just the atmosphere they create and how just friendly they are. They really made it just lovely for me to shoot with them. And I think I really didn't expect to see a finals field for that trip, but we got on and they were just really supportive, when I was nervous or if I had a question, or because obviously I've been on finals fields before, but it just felt like such a different experience with them.
So obviously, Peter, you said that it's your first time shooting with the seniors, but just to give everyone listening at home an idea, you're coming up from. If you don't mind me asking, P, how old were you at the time of the finals?
I think I was 17.
Yeah, so 17 and stepping up to that level with the seniors is really good going, mate. I just thought that was just something I wanted to pick up on, just for everyone listening at home to realise just what you've achieved there as well, going up with it and not just going up there, actually kicking people's backsides as well.
Yeah, it is difficult for any lower age band going up against the seniors. Obviously, they, for the most part, have been shooting a lot longer. They generally have more experience in this kind of competition as well. But to have such a big name like Ella stood next to you as part of your team must be thinking. I've been at competition with people that have been on the Olympic teams before, and not. There was a previous competition. I think I've spoke about this before, but I'm stood having a conversation with Sarah Bethel, and not even realised they didn't know it was Sarah. And at that point where I actually realised about 20 minutes into the conversation who it was, I was like, a bit starstruck here. So obviously trying to deal with that must be hard as well.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely see it more when I was shooting with the seniors, you'd look around and be like, oh, I know who that is. But I'm really bad with faces as well. So I'd speak to someone and then Ella or Grace would be like, you know who that is? And I'd be like, then they tell me the name, I'd be like, oh my god, no way. It was great to see Evie shoot her finals match as well. It was the first time I've ever seen a barebow team finals on international wise, because last time I went indoors, we didn't have enough for a team. So it was great to see support Evie, who I've known for years, and see her achieve such an amazing thing. It was just lovely to watch as well.
Hey.
So yes, yeah, you've got it started now. So the barebow scene has had a fantastic boom recently, and that's obviously thanks to people like yourself, Sarah, and other guests that we've had on the show previously. That we see, we seem to have a lot of big boom with barebow at the minute, and this is mainly targeted at Evie and Sarah. But is there any reason for that? Do you reckon? Is it because they've got more support, or
everybody loves barebow?
Yeah. I have to agree. I mean, I'm a compound shooter, but every now and then I will quite get the barebow out and just fling some arrows. So
I think a lot of it is to do with the attitude and the mentality of the barebows. And it is kind of we do kind of see ourselves as one big family. And I know from my side of things, I definitely feel like that. And it's kind of, you can walk down the shooting line and you kind of know when you get down to the barebow bit, and just I think the atmosphere changed. And if I'm not saying that other categories and groups aren't friendly and that, but it just seems that there's just that something kind of extra special that kind of goes on, within the sort of the barebow community, as it were. Finnegan?
I mean, really, I only started competing properly as a senior this year, and to see the difference between all the junior barebows and the senior barebows. See, obviously, I've known, because I've grown up in Lancashire, I've grown up at Pendle. Obviously, I know Helen and Kim a lot, and I'd see them a lot. But to also meet Sarah last year was quite a big thing, and going to senior competitions, meeting all the different barebows, women who I haven't met, was just a really great experience. And I feel like they've just taken me in, I'm a child or something, with loads of different parents.
You're not a child until you see one of your sugar highs. Then I might be questioning that. Fond memories of your sugar highs in Croatia.
M&Ms.
Yeah.
You can't get Evie to shut up when she's had sugar. She just bounces out. One of the breakfasts, they had Nutella pots, and I think I turned around, Evie had 20 of these pots stacked up
in my
and
pocket.
I was like, it's gonna be a day, honestly.
Yeah, it wasn't just Evie though, that's the thing. They were only little tiny pots, honestly, little tiny rectangular ones, about sort of not even a centimetre deep. But yeah, they soon figured out after the first morning, I think, that we'd just absolutely wiped them out, and we had pockets full of the things.
Yeah, I can picture that, Evie.
It was like Nutella, but so much nicer.
So I suppose one thing that I'd like to ask is, obviously Neil and myself, we know you three ladies, but just for everyone who's maybe not met you before listening, would you mind just very quickly telling us, just a very quick introduction actually to, because I think, just we haven't given everyone a chance at home to know who we're talking to here.
Who do you want to go first?
We'll
I
go.
think you've just volunteered yourself there.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that as I said it. I was thinking, yeah. All right. So I'm Sarah Hubbard, and I have been shooting since 2011. It was something I always wanted to try, and I just kind of went along to a beginner's course at my local club, and then just fell in love with it. I've been shooting barebow pretty much since the beginning. I think I picked up a recurve for shot with a sight for a few months, but then just really kind of moved to barebow, absolutely loved it, and have since then it's always been barebow with me. I have shot other bow styles, I do have other bows, but it is all about barebow with me. And yeah, as for kind of what I've done, I compete kind of around the UK. Obviously, I've been to Croatia. I've got 3 sort of international trips this year, field trips. So I've got a really busy year this year, kind of a real mix of field and target. Field's not something I've done before, but kind of branching out a bit. So yeah, that's me.
Oh, nice. Whereabouts are you going for the field shoots?
So I'm off to Vertus in France in 2 weeks, I think it is. Ooh. It's less than 2 weeks. And then later on in the year, we're going to Fort Van Leer in Belgium and Esch in Luxembourg in August. So
very nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lovely little road trip. So be good.
Hey, that sounds. I'm pretty jealous there. Sarah.
Yep, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
And next up, I'm going from bottom to top on my screen. So next up, P, would you like to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself, or?
I'm Patience Wood. I've been shooting for about 8 years now. Pretty much always done compound. I think I did recurve for about not even a month, and my club didn't have enough compounds, so they kind of just handed me a bow. I was like, okay, we'll see how this goes then. And I kind of just stuck with it. I was on a scout camp, and they were like, you're decent, so I think you should go find a club. And I was like, okay. Best sport I've ever been good at. I was like, sticking with this. I mainly shoot target archery. I used to do flight and clout, but once I started going to more internationals, I kind of just drilled down on target. I think I've done 8 internationals now. Since I think I started when I was about 14, my first international. I've always loved going out. It's just a nice environment, and you learn so much. Yeah, it's me really.
Hey, and nice one, P, and good to hear about coming through the scouts as well. And yeah, because I think that's something, Neil, you're pretty keen on talking more about going forwards, aren't you?
Yeah, obviously I'm a Cubs leader myself, and I've actually started a Master at Arms beginners course for our local scout groups as well. So yeah, good to hear that you came from the scouts, Patience. It's
Yeah.
This is what I'd like to do more of is to find people that, because scouts don't really do archery like we do. They do it for fun kind of thing. And then when you get somebody who's actually talented at it.
Yeah, I run the scout archery for Birkenhead with my mum. So the Birkenhead district scout archery team is like me and the rest of the people at my club, really. We run it. And it's to do that sort of thing because we don't really do much archery in the scouts. And then we were like, well, we've got this opportunity, we've got the permits, just give it a go. And it's been really good to see all the kids trying it.
Oh, bravo.
And Evie, to bring you in, mate. Your time to shine.
So I'm Evie Finnegan. Been shooting for 7 years, and I started out at Centre Parks. It was like a have a go session. And so my granddad had recently retired. So a few months later, it was my birthday, and he bought me my first beginner's bow. So then we went down to Blackpool, which is a bit off where I live, and I did my beginner's course there. And like Sarah, I'd pretty much done bare bow all the way through for all 7 years now. I've done target archery, done clout. Still want to have a go at field, still not had the chance yet. But yeah, that's where I met P actually at, what's it called, at clout, when she used to shoot recurve. But yeah.
Yeah, and in that time, I think you've collected something like 67 Lancashire records. How many UK records are we at now?
I think it's 100 and something Lancashire between the age group. It's I think it's 39 now national records, and a few waiting. But yeah,
you got some international ones as well, haven't you? Some of the European. European ones you've got?
Yeah, I've got 2 European records, indoor and outdoor, and then I've got 1 awaiting verification. And
I think you're just going to Evie.
She's coming after your record, Sarah. You realise that, don't you?
she's been after it. She was like, I want that. She wanted the under 21 one first, and then you were just like, yeah, I'm going to get that, and then I'm going to get yours.
Yeah.
I remember I think it was the Eagle Trilogy shoot earlier this year, Evie, where it was the Bray 1 and the Bray 2 that you were after Sarah.
Oh yeah, I didn't get any though.
She just came up to me, Sarah, just saying, I just said, how'd you shoot, Evie? Oh, I'm disappointed. Shows me the score, kicks my backside, and then it's sort of, yeah, but it's not good enough. I've not beaten Sarah.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to have to find a Bray 1 and just update those records a little bit there, Evie.
You must. I mean, Sarah's moved to Lancashire. Well, you're associated with Lancashire now, so you'll be taking all my senior one.
I might have picked up a couple of senior records this last weekend.
Oh. Say bye-bye to them.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm not going to be chasing records, I can tell you that.
I think what I was going to say was one memory I have of Evie was, I think it was just before COVID actually, where at one of the Lancashire shoots where they're giving out all the record certificates, and it sort of called people up, and it's sort of three or four certificates here, 3 or 4 certificates there. A couple of people who'd had a really good year might have a thick envelope. And then they say, and next up, Evie Finnegan, and there's a big box full of certificates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. So basically, a folder. He just walked out with it, and it's like, "This is for Evie." Yeah,
Yeah.
just cut down half a tree just for Evie's records.
Yeah, it's very wasteful, Finnegan.
Sorry.
Yeah, so no one else break Evie's records, or we'll have to chop more trees down.
Yeah, I'm going to have to wait until she gets to the seniors to get some first, because
Yeah.
I'm too old. It's unfair. I can't take any of her records.
Yeah,
That's
that's
one.
true.
That's one good thing about having junior archery. It gives us older archers a chance.
Yeah, before they come and take them all off us.
Yeah.
It gives juniors though a chance as well to not have that kind of be completely sort of, kind of, well, we don't stand a chance because you've got us kind of against seniors, and what do you expect us to do? It's quite good to sort of protect kind of juniors sort of in that way, really.
Yeah, it does work both ways, doesn't it? So
yeah, more chance to enjoy your archery as well. And
obviously Evie was in the under-21s, and obviously P being should have been in that bracket shooting under with the seniors. So being so young in such a competitive environment, I would imagine is quite intimidating. How do you guys manage to stay focused and still perform under that kind of pressure?
So I remember, I've never experienced anything quite like it. So I remember on the second day, technically, because after we landed, it was official practice. And I remember just walking in, seeing people that obviously from different countries, people I've never met before. It was just like, wow, I felt starstruck, to say the least. But yeah, so I'd say official practice is where I really felt it the most, which was weird because it wasn't like it was before the actual starting of scoring and everything. I'd say that's when it really hit me that I was there. But I'd say whilst I was there, people keeping me relaxed were obviously Sarah and P, and then obviously the coaches as well. They were really, really helpful and really supportive. And they knew obviously the fact it was my first, and it was just having fun at the same time as keeping focused and shooting to your best of your ability.
I think whenever I shoot up a category, it's kind of like I'm there to prove that I should be there. Like I'm young, but I'm there to show that I'm good enough. It's kind of always how I see it. I think it is very different, like walking in and like seeing all the seniors, and I was away from all my friends. Like obviously my mates who I normally shoot with, like Chloe Bear, I think it was Mia was there as well. They're all the way on the other side of the field, and it was very like I don't have anyone around that I'm used to being with, and that was kind of when I felt a bit more nervous. It was on official practice day as well, like Evie said earlier. Then as you get used to it as the week goes on, you kind of just mellow a bit. Like you start feeling like you belong there. You start meeting people that you're like, oh, you're really nice. I remember I got really sick when I was out there. I got food poisoning, and the people on my target, Evie, don't laugh. The people on my target, like helping pull my arrows, making sure my score was alright because I couldn't walk down. And like, even though I was nervous to be with so many people that were older than me and like worried about like if I like live up to the senior standard or anything like that, they were all there just to support you.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Speaking of like the nerves and stuff like that, when you actually got to the after you'd done the qualifiers and you saw Ella's name as being who you were seeded against for your quarterfinals. What kind of feeling does that give you?
I think I was so out of it at that point because I was sick all the way through my qualification. Like I didn't think I was going to make it through, and then I think I saw that I was going to be against Ella, and I was like, really? I was like a little bit frustrated, a little bit like I want to go and I'm going to try my best and I want to put pressure on her. And it was also like, will I be able to even shoot far enough to get to her because of how sick I was? I think it kind of gave me like the determination to like push and try and get through the matches I had before to try and get to her, even though I didn't get through. And I didn't expect to get through necessarily, but I wanted to give her a good match. And I think that's what I did, so I was happy with it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you definitely did. You definitely did. For somebody who's so high in the rankings, in the world rankings, the score you came at, I think it was 149 to 144. So you really weren't that far behind her at all.
Yeah, she definitely didn't. She wasn't nice to me in that match. She was like, I'm going to have that.
The dark side of Ella Gibson.
Honestly. I was like, you couldn't have like dropped a few more points. Made me feel a bit better.
I remember because I was sharing a room with you, obviously, and I remember you were getting up all through the night, and I actually had like, I remember talking about, I can't remember, I think it was Tom and Chloe were talking about, and we were like really amazed how you got through that qualification on the first day when you were really ill. It was like, we were all like, I can't believe she's done it. And Philippa sat with you with the sick bag and everything. It was just to show that, to be shooting as a senior for the first time as well as being really ill. I think you proved yourself so well. I think you did absolutely incredible.
Yeah, you did look sick as a dog, to be fair. I think people can kind of think, oh, well, you know, they kind of underestimate, but P was pretty rough, you know,
Yeah.
and it was an amazing thing to actually see that, yeah, she not only kind of like actually managed to hold up her bow, because there were multiple times when we were just like, yeah, this is not going to end well for her. But, you know, she came out and she proved why she is good enough to be there and, you know, what kind of level of athlete she is.
And to push Ella.
You've been so nice to me.
Well.
It feels really weird. No, I remember throughout the whole of qualification, Philippa our coach, was standing behind me with just a black bin bag, and I'd come off the line like retch and then get back on and just shoot. And like I remember Ella giving me like a countdown. She was like 6 ends left, and I was like 6, really? But no, it was a good experience, and I was just amazed that I got through it. Really.
Tell me when it's the last end.
Literally, I was like, don't tell me that.
I'm gonna say 6 sounds such a low number to people who aren't in archery, but seeing you say 6 ends left to somebody who's an archer, that's like an eternity, especially when you're throwing up everywhere.
Literally, I was like, don't say that, Ella. I literally went and I slept in where we left our kit. There was like a bench, and I just immediately slept afterwards. I was like, guys, let me sleep, let me have a nap.
Tell you what, P, doing that's incredible, mate. That to be at the senior level like that and to push through when you've been feeling that ill. I don't know if I'd have had that in me. So that shows that you're working to a really strong level there, mate.
Thank you. It was an interesting experience, but it definitely taught me like I can shoot through anything. Like any minor inconvenience now, like it just doesn't bother me. Like I've shot through having really bad food poisoning. I can shoot through like an equipment failure. I can shoot through like if I don't feel amazing. It was a really good learning experience as well.
Yeah. So what was Ella world number 1 still at this point? Or
yeah.
So and also for the
still
fact
is now, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I've not checked the rankings as much as I should, but for you to be going there with all that going, not going against you and stand toe to toe with the world number 1 like that, that is impressive. That's really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, when I was there, it was kind of like I felt like I had no other option but to try, because obviously I was shooting for the team, not just myself. So if I hadn't shot, we would have been out. And obviously, seeing the results now, looking back, we came first. And if I hadn't have tried and shot through that qualification, we wouldn't have even had a shot. So it was definitely the right decision, definitely a hard decision. But no, it was good.
Well, you've heard a lot. I had a lot of respect for you. I had a lot of respect for you before, P, but you've got even more now, mate.
I'm just gonna go highlight of the competition. Have a quick think about what was your highlight, and we'll start with Sarah.
Brilliant. Knew you were going to do that. There's so many. There is absolutely so many to choose from. I think. Oh, this is really hard. No, I think the highlight of the trip for me is kind of, I think it was being away in that kind of team sort of atmosphere and being part of something. And and for someone who's kind of been part of kind of sort of county teams and bits like that, it isn't the same. It's nothing like kind of being in a completely different country that you don't know, a language that you don't know, and actually being with people who, are there, who want you to do the very best you can do. And also on the flip side, you want them to do the very best they can do as well. And I think it's kind of, that's probably the highlight of the trip, I think.
I think the highlight of the trip for me was probably when I felt better, me, Evie and Mia, one of the other compound archers shooting, we all did TikToks for like many hours, and we were just running around the hotel and like completely embarrassing ourselves in front of all the hotel staff, but it was absolutely hilarious, and it was so nice to be able to like relax and just chill with my teammates. Like, it was definitely the highlight of the trip for me, I think.
I loved the outside of shooting as well. I felt like I'd say I didn't really interact with other people from other countries as much as I would have liked to do. But what I did really, I felt very starstruck when I met Cinzia and when I met Christina Piccoli. I'd say I was really, really happy to meet the people that I've been like idolizing when I was younger. I'd say watching like the Lancaster Classic, like, because they've really, really brought their boat along, I'd say. So I'd say that's one of my highlights outside of shooting on that trip.
Okay, so a new highlight for me, I think, was actually watching Evie hide behind a stack of Danage bosses, because I was with Christina and I was like, come and meet Evie, she really wants to meet you. And Evie literally just kind of like hid behind this stack of Danage bosses, and then was just like completely sort of like, she was like, went red as anything.
I rolled off the
Honestly,
back of them and
Evie is like the biggest fangirl. It was when I think it was Christina who came and watched Evie's finals match and was like cheering with us, everything. And when Evie realised, when she finished and she realised, she was like, oh my god, like she was like completely like amazed, and like she was like, I've made it. And then we watched her match, Christina's match that came up next, and we were like screaming for her, chanting for her, and Evie was like, I've made friends with her, like complete fangirl.
Really exposing me, thanks.
All right, Finnegan, anytime.
That's the job of your friends, Evie.
I'm still not giving you a phone number though, Evie. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Followed me on Facebook as well. Or friended me on Facebook, so it's okay.
Okay, so it's that time of the episode where we have a look back on past competitions that we are raving about, basically. Nye, you want to start us off?
Yeah, so couple of shoots that I've enjoyed recently. one of them has been Lancaster Uni versus York Uni in the Roses match. And yeah, my last one involved Lancaster Uni from now on. And the other one has been Asherton Bowman's novice shoot. So and they've been the shoots that I've enjoyed, had a good time in this last month.
Okay, so shoots I've enjoyed. I mean, Thirsk. I went to Thirsk this last weekend gone, and I think that was an amazing shoot. Actually, it was really well run. It was a really good shoot. Really looking forward to their shoot next year. It was such challenging weather conditions, but it just the club kind of atmosphere there was really good. So that was kind of like one that I've really sort of enjoyed. Kind of like looking forward. There's not sort of too many, excluding kind of national tour stages really, that are sort of coming up for me and that I'm really looking forward to all of them. I think there's the Lancashire Champs at the second weekend in June coming up, which is one I'm really sort of looking forward to, Finnegan.
Yeah, brill. So I noticed there was a fair bit of mud at the Thirsk shoot.
Yeah, I've cleaned my tent now. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
it was really good. And yes, it was muddy, and it was a real test of endurance on the Sunday. Not to say that compounds aren't as good as barebows, but there were only 6 compounds that actually finished the whole day. Just putting that out there.
Weak. Barebows clearly have more endurance.
When it comes to bad weather, I think we do.
I think competition from this last month. I just came back from Shanghai, the World Cup stage there, with the seniors, which was really good experience. Really enjoyed it. The dumplings out there would recommend. It was great shooting with the team and getting to know the seniors a lot more, and like feeling like a family out there. Like everyone was really supportive. Ella is great at haggling. We went to the market. She helped me the whole time, so it was really, really enjoyable. I think the shoot I'm looking forward to. Well, I normally look forward to. I can't actually attend this year, but what I normally look forward to in the coming months is Youth Fest for any of the juniors that are listening. I've always found it really amazing, especially when I first started. The first time I went, I think I was 11 or 12, and it was the first time I ever shot with Ella. We got put in a team together, and I think she took one look at my release and was like, "Girl, no." So she introduced me to a hinge, and I think it's really just an amazing experience for new young archers, and to meet those GB really impressive, really know their stuff athletes, and then even if you've like me now who's done lots of stuff, like going to Youth Fest it's great to see my mates. It's great to meet the new young athletes and see the potential talent coming through, helping them. It's just a really nice experience.
Fabulous. Yeah, I was hoping you was going to bring the Shanghai one up. Obviously, you mentioned to us that you were shooting the Shanghai, which is why the recording of the episode took a little bit longer than we had hoped. Glad you had that experience and get to shoot alongside Ella again. So yeah, well done there. Evie.
Hi. So technically my outdoor season hasn't started yet. So I was meant to be going to the first stage of the national tour, which is something I'm doing this year, which is really exciting. I've never done it before. I've done one stage last year, which was BTC. So my highlight of the past would probably just have to be Croatia Europeans. I think that's my highlight. But again, unfortunately I can't go to Youth Fest as well this year. But I'd say that's always one of my favourite shoots to go and shoot in. I'd say I've done 2. But the friends that I've made I'd say I've made quite a lot of friends from Scotland, which I wouldn't usually make friends with. So yeah, and that's when I first did like matches, like head-to-heads and everything. So I'd say if it's something you've not done, I'd say U-Fest is an amazing experience to learn and develop. And and I'd say, so what I'm looking forward to this year is national tour.
Fab. And we look forward to seeing you there as well.
The only one left for me is just to say that I've got I'm running a double 720 up at Morecambe Bay Archers. It's on annoyingly clashes with the Masters. But so for anyone who's wanting to have a go at one of the double 720, we've got ours 30th of June as well. And drop me an email if you'd like to attend. And that's my sales pitch for the episode.
Shameless plug.
Always.
Okay, so that wraps it up for this episode. I want to say a big thank you to Sarah, Patience, and Evie for coming on and telling us all about the European Championships.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. That's it for this episode. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed the episode, and we will see you in the next one. Before we sign off, we want to hear from you guys, our amazing listeners. If you have any questions, stories, or insights you'd like to share, we'd love to feature your voice on our next episode. Just hit that recording button on your phone or computer and send your voice clip to us. You could be part of the conversation. Plus, we are building a vibrant archery community on our Discord server. It's the perfect place to connect with fellow archers, share your experiences, and stay updated on all things unstrung archery. You'll find the links to both our voice submission platform and our Discord server on our Linktree or in the episode description below. Your voice matters, and we can't wait to have you join the discussion. Until next time, keep those questions coming and stay safe in your archery journey.